The girl never expected that. The world of 9 stunning beast husbands was real. After having a child with a little brother from the beast room, the girl returned to reality. Unexpectedly, her beast husband and cub were facing a catastrophe. It stemmed from her beast husband being tied up by a vicious thorn, trying to force him to submit. The cub's personality was sensitive and fragile, being bullied and isolated by other little mermaids. To save her beast husband and cub, the girl returned to the beast room again. At this moment, the system's urgent voice rang out, "Host, hurry and save your beast husband, or else he'll be snatched away by someone else. Your cub will also call someone else mother." Xiao, with a sudden flash of insight, came to her senses. Who was so bold? She looked at the boundless sea, and the next second, flew directly towards the distance. At this time, in the depths of the sea, a female with long, dark green hair was gazing adoringly at the mermaid in front of her. "Halen, how about you come with me? Anyway, your mate doesn't want you anymore, so why dream of guarding an empty room for him?" The southern mermaid struggled to get up, but his body was bound by chains. He was covered in scars. Even so, he didn't give in. "You're just relying on the fact that I like you. I'm telling you, if I can tie you for a month, I can tie you for a year or even 10 years. Who can save you then? Just obediently come with me. I will definitely cherish you more than your mate," the woman said, reaching out to caress the man's handsome and flawless face. "He's really handsome. What to do? The more I look, the more I like him." "Aya, take away your dirty hands." Halen turned his face away, a pair of icy blue eyes glaring angrily at the mermaid in front of him. Aya also became angry. She directly grabbed Halen's neck. "You're a faded flower, and you're even dragging along a burden. Don't be ungrateful, or I'll just take you by force." "You better kill me," Halen spoke, defiant unto death. Anyway, that woman cruelly abandoned their father and son, and he had long lost hope of living. He only wished that in the next life, he would never meet that hateful, piercing heart again. Aya sneered, gradually increasing the pressure on her hand. At the moment the other party was about to suffocate, a blue light flashed rapidly. She couldn't dodge in time and was grazed on the arm by the light. "Who is it?" Aya was furious. Halen clutched his neck with one hand, coughing violently. He fell to the ground, gasping for breath. Xiao stared coldly at the mermaid in front of her. "How audacious! How dare you touch my man?" Hearing this voice, Halen's whole body trembled. He looked up with disbelief and saw that face he had dreamed of. He completely forgot to react, just staring at her fixedly. She's back. Aya, on the side, looked at the suddenly appearing female, a sense of crisis flashing across her face. Damn it, when did the mainland have such a beautiful female? Wait, this face looks so familiar. You're that scumbag who abandoned her husband and child. Why are you back? What's going on? Aya turned to look at Halen, and indeed, the latter had a shocked expression. That's right, she had seen many portraits of Halen's mate. One must know that when this female first left, Halen drew her portrait every day and sent beastmen out to search every day. Unexpectedly, she really came back. Damn it, ruined my good plan. Halen, she fancies him. Even if this female comes back, it won't change anything. Xiao was a little surprised. You know me? Since you know me, you still dare to set your sights on Halen? How ignorant. So what if I know you? Today, you won't leave with Halen. Aya took out a dark green iron chain, then swung it directly at Xiao. Xiao didn't dodge. She formed a hand seal with one hand, and a purple lightning bolt directly pierced through, catching Aya off guard and electrocuting her. Impossible! You can actually control lightning? Aya's eyes were filled with shock. What's impossible? I am omnipotent. You dared to covet my man, don't blame me for being merciless, Xiao said, forming a hand seal with one hand and waving it at Aya. A huge lightning bolt directly struck Aya's body. In an instant, the other party's body was split into dust. Done! Xiao just breathed a sigh of relief when she felt Halen's resentful gaze. She somewhat dared not look directly into his eyes. No choice, after all, I owe him. Before, when she first arrived in the beast room, she was sent to the beach by the system, and because of her life countdown, she had to bully Halen, who was sunbathing on the beach. After giving birth to the cub, in order to survive, she had to leave and look for the next target. Although she was with him to survive, she didn't treat herself badly. They were all types she liked, and her beast husbands were all top-notch in appearance. Can you still get up? Xiao came to Halen's side, speaking somewhat at a loss. What do you think? Halen didn't answer, just stared fixedly at her. I didn't expect her to actually come back. She came back and saved me. As the Beast Father, I should protect her, but I ended up letting her protect me instead. I'm truly ashamed. CL looked at Halan's weak and helpless appearance. Her heart ached terribly. I'm sorry, I came late and let you get hurt. Didn't you abandon me in the cub? Halen turned his face away, his voice trembling slightly. She actually feels bad too. At least her heart isn't made of stone. Otherwise, I would definitely never talk to her again. Xiao immediately explained, No, how could I abandon you? I was just delayed by something important. If she hadn't left, she would have died. Leaving was out of necessity. What kind of important matter makes you leave for 5 years? Clearly, Halen didn't believe her, but the fact that she was willing to explain, willing to lie to him, showed that she still had some place in her heart. At least she was truly willing to put in the effort to deceive him. It was very important. I couldn't not leave. Don't move. I'll cut these chains for you first, Xiao said, holding a knife and directly cutting the iron chains. Congratulations, host. You have saved Halan and prevented his blackening. You have completed the first step of saving the Beast World continent. So that's how it is. Xiao somewhat understood why she was summoned back. If Halan had really been forced to the point of a desperate fight by that female, he might really have done something inhumane. It seems the system brought her back to save them before they went astray. Let's go home and find the cub, Xiao suddenly said, feeling a little homesick for the cub. She wondered how her Dabao was doing, what he looked like. When she left, he was still in his shell. Halen nodded, a hint of joy welling up in his heart when he heard her say, go home. I'll help you. Xiao stepped forward and directly helped him up. This reduced a large part of the resentment in Halan's heart. Perhaps when she left back then, there really was some unspoken difficulty. Perhaps she really didn't intentionally abandon me in the cub. Along the way, Halan's thoughts never stopped for a moment. The surrounding sea beastmen saw their sea god lord being helped back by a female, and their eyes widened one by one. One must know that their sea god lord had never allowed a female to get this close. And the sea god lord had been missing for a month, and now he was actually back. In the sea god's palace, 3 little mermaids were gathered around a golden little mermaid, talking. Your daddy definitely doesn't want you anymore, just like your mommy left back then. They both don't want you. Exactly. So what if you're the sea god's son? You're still a cub nobody wants. We don't play with cubs nobody wants. The blonde little mermaid's eyes were red, and his delicate little face was taut. Don't you dare talk about my mommy like that, and don't you dare talk about my daddy like that. If you do it again, I'll punch you. His cheeks puffed out. Although he was very angry, he didn't act rashly, because his daddy had said not to actively hurt people, and not to actively cause trouble. But they said he was a cub nobody wanted. He was so angry. Just say it, well just say it, you're a cub nobody wants. You guys are too mean. The little fellow directly slapped them hard with his tail. The 3 slightly older mermaids were instantly sent flying. You really hit us. We'll play with you even less now. So scary. Mommy, I want to go home and find Mommy. The 3 little mermaids ran off, yelling, leaving only the golden little mermaid squatting on the ground, hugging his knees and sobbing. Dabao! Halan, who had returned to the sea god's palace, saw the cubs squatting on the ground. Dabao immediately looked up when he heard the voice and saw the beautiful big sister and his daddy. Daddy! The little fellow immediately hugged Halan's tail and burst into tears. Daddy! Don't abandon Dabao! Dabao will really be obedient! The little fellow cried miserably, making Halan's heart ache. This was the cub he had personally nurtured and raised, and now he was crying like that. Daddy didn't abandon Dabao. Your mommy is back too, Halan said, his eyes full of tenderness as he looked at Dabao. Their family was finally reunited. Xiao also understood that this was her little merman, her Dabao. Wow, I didn't expect him to have grown so big. Daddy, you said this beautiful big sister is my mommy? Is she really my mommy? The little fellow let go of Halan, blinking his golden eyes, looking at the beautiful big sister in front of him. He really wanted to get close to her, but was also a little timid and shy because he hadn't had contact with her. Dabao, I'm back. Xiao squatted down, her eyes full of joy and excitement. Her cub was so cute. Mommy, you're really back. That's great. Now no one will say I'm a cub nobody wants anymore. The little fellow suddenly hugged Xiao's leg and started crying. Xiao's heart was breaking. It was her fault that their father and son had suffered so much. The older one was kidnapped and almost humiliated, and the younger one was pitiful and lived in fear every day. Mommy, please don't abandon Dabao again, okay? Dabao will be very good and very obedient. Dabao will do whatever Mommy asks. Dabao doesn't want to be separated from Mommy. The little fellow poured out his heart. Okay, I won't abandon you. I won't abandon you anymore. Xiao lovingly picked up the little fellow, seeing her child's sensitive and cautious look. Mommy promises the cub that I won't leave without reason again, and I won't leave without saying goodbye. If Mommy has to leave someday, you must tell Dabao why. I want to know where Mommy is going. Don't just leave without a word again. That way, Dabao and Daddy will both be worried. Halen on the side saw the touching scene between mother and child, and his heart felt much more at ease. He had fantasized about such a scene countless times, but he never expected it to actually come true. Xiao heard the little cub's words and also turned to look at Hailan beside her. She saw that he seemed nonchalant, as if not worried at all. Really? You're worried about me? Mommy feels it, but your daddy worrying about me is a bit off. Never mind, it's not important. I'm hungry. Let's go eat something. What do you mean, not important? Halen instantly became unhappy when he heard the little female's words. Was his worry so worthless? These few words really hurt his heart. What a heartless female. Xiao felt a little guilty. We've been apart for so long. If you have a female you like, you can form a pair with someone else. I won't stop you. She knew that her departure of 5 years was very irresponsible and somewhat unfair to Halen, which was why she said that. Xiao, what did you say? Halen's eyes were red at the corners. He looked at the female in front of him in disbelief. Was this still the mate he had longed for? Why could she say such heartless words? Xiao, I'm angry. I won't forgive you. Halen's face turned ashen, and a hint of sadness flashed in his eyes. Asking him to find someone else? How could she say such heartless words? Xiao also looked puzzled. How is this guy so unpredictable? She was just worried about wasting his youth. Was it wrong to give such advice? Dabao, on the side, watched the bickering couple. So anxious, he just stared. This isn't right. Before, my daddy cared so much about Mommy. The palace was filled with countless portraits of Mommy, and he even sent all those merfolk beastmen to spread the word and search for her. But now, Mommy's back, and he's actually saying such things. My daddy is truly infuriating. Daddy, say something. Didn't you miss Mommy every day? Mommy's back. Aren't you going to tell her how you feel? The little one's clear voice rang out, causing Xiao to pause. She looked at Hailan, somewhat surprised. Is it really as the cub says? Does he care about me that much? What feelings could I have? Let's go, it's time to eat. Halen glanced at Xiao, then turned and walked directly towards the sea god's palace. Xiao looked at his arrogant manner, feeling both angry and helpless. He wasn't like this before. Perhaps I really made his heart cold. Daddy, wait for me and Mommy. Dabao was a little panicked. Does Daddy really have no feelings for Mommy? No, that can't be. He likes Mommy. He doesn't want to change Mommies. After dinner, Xiao sat with Dabao on the rocks by the sea. The little one looked up at the starry sky. Mommy, the night sky tonight is so beautiful. The moon is especially round tonight too. Xiao looked gently at her child. If there's a chance in the future, Mommy will take you to play on land. The night sky there is also beautiful, and there are fireflies. Only the two of us. Not taking Daddy. The little one tilted his head, blinking his eyes curiously. He really wanted to see the night sky in the forest, and those fireflies Mommy talked about. Xiao frowned slightly. She didn't know if he would go. Besides, your daddy is the sea god lord of the merfolk. He's naturally very busy. Oh, that's right. Then don't take him. The little one nodded. Mommy is right. Anyway, my daddy is indeed very busy. As for what he's busy with, he doesn't know either. He should probably spend most of his time looking for Mommy, right? Meanwhile, Hailan, who was secretly listening from behind the reef, felt a little sad. His son, whom he had painstakingly raised for 5 years, forgot his father as soon as he had a mother. This cub was raised in vain. At the same time, he also understood, so this female has been on land for these past 5 years. No wonder I couldn't find her, no matter how hard I searched. Listening to the little female's words just now, she planned to go to land sometime soon. Although he didn't know why she wanted to go to land, he didn't want to let her leave him again. He had to make thorough preparations. This time, he would also follow her to land. Mommy, do you still like Daddy now? The little one wanted to fight for his daddy. Xiao stroked Dabao's head. Of course I do. Your daddy is my type. If I didn't like him, how could I have chased after him so persistently back then? Really? Dabao's eyes lit up. That's great. Then after daddy knows, he shouldn't be so coy and difficult anymore, right? Mommy, actually, no matter where you go in the future, I won't restrict you. Daddy won't restrict you either. Daddy used to say many times that after you come back, you can go anywhere you want, as long as you tell us, so we can be at ease. Because we know you're not just mommy, you're also yourself. Xiao didn't expect that 5-year-old Dabao understood so much. Who told you those words just now? My daddy taught me, the little one said earnestly. Daddy often sits there in a daze and talks to himself. I hear it a lot, so I learned. I knew it was like that. But your daddy doesn't seem to miss me much. Oh, you're a child. Don't worry about our adult matters. We'll handle it ourselves, Xiao said gently. Children shouldn't have too many worries, or they won't grow tall. Okay then, I'll listen to mommy. The little one nodded obediently. Anyway, whatever mommy said, that's what it was. He just listened. Truly mommy's good baby. Xiao was overjoyed and directly kissed Dabao's little cheek, making the little one incredibly nervous. Oh my, mommy actually kissed Dabao. Mommy's kisses are sweet. I love them. Anyway, he hadn't seen other little cubs being kissed by their mothers. He felt so lucky. Little did he know, under this warm scene, Helan, who was hiding behind the reef, clenched his fists. He almost rushed over just now. One must know that cubs are generally raised by males, because when cubs are young, being too intimate with their mothers will cause unnecessary trouble. Some cubs don't clearly recognize their feelings, and they will fall in love with the female, and when they grow up, they will even fight with their beast father for the female. This situation is very common in the Beastman continent. Therefore, cubs are generally the responsibility of male beastmen, and the little female's behavior just now made Helan feel scared. Fortunately, Dabao was already 5 years old. He could distinguish feelings. After all, Helan used to patiently teach Dabao. He could see that the little female genuinely liked Dabao, and their feelings were truly deep. Although they hadn't been together for 5 years, the power of bloodline was unstoppable, and his cub was truly excellent. He even knew how to speak up for him, his old man. Those words he almost couldn't bring himself to say. However, listening to the little female's meaning, it seemed she was determined to leave. He didn't want the little female to leave him, so he had to seize the opportunity. He had to make her fall in love with him again. Before, he was the one who pursued her, so this time, he would be proactive. Helan made up his mind after thinking it through. Since the little female was back, he would not let go again. Looking at the big and small figures chatting happily in the distance, he also wanted to join in, but it wasn't the right time. Finally, he saw Xiao yawn and fall asleep shortly after. It was also at this time that Dabao's voice rang out. Daddy, aren't you coming out quickly? Mommy's already asleep and I'm just a little cub. I can't carry mommy. The little one rolled his eyes. Actually, he had already sensed his daddy's presence. My daddy really likes to eavesdrop on others. Didn't expect you to find me. Helan quickly came to the beach, looking at the sleeping little female. His eyes were full of tenderness. Even just looking at her like this, his heart felt incredibly at ease. Daddy, stop looking. Aren't you going to quickly carry mommy back to rest? The temperature has dropped. Mommy will get cold in a bit. And Daddy, I have to tell you a few things. If you're really stubborn, why don't you say a few nice words to mommy? Females like to hear nice words. Just praise mommy, and she will definitely reconcile with you. Look, you don't even try, and you still make me, your son, fight for you. Daddy, can't you be a little more ambitious? The little one chattered on and on, even shaking his head. When he came to his senses, he saw that his daddy had already picked up mommy and dived into the water. Daddy, wait for me! You left your cub behind! The little one was frantic, and also jumped into the water to chase after them. Who knew that Helan completely ignored his cub and actually started lecturing him? This old man is really a bit too much. Moreover, Helan found that Dabao seemed to suddenly talk a lot more. Is it because the little female is back? Dabao not only became lively and cheerful, but also a little mischievous. However, he could clearly feel the cub's happiness. After 5 years, he once again picked up the little female, as if holding his whole world. This feeling had returned. After returning to the sleeping palace, Helan placed Xiao on the soft bed. Looking at that face he had dreamed of, His heart ached terribly. Is she really going to leave again? When will she leave again? For how long? It took Halen a long time to calm down. No matter what, his cub was right. He really had to fight for her. If he didn't fight anymore, perhaps he would really have nothing left. Looking at the figure on the bed, his eyes were full of infatuation and longing. He hoped that time could stop forever at this moment. This way, the little female could always stay by his side. Looking at Xiao's soft lips, Hylan couldn't help but draw closer and finally kissed her deeply. This action made him completely lost. Damn it, he actually took advantage of the little female while she was asleep. Fortunately, the little female was asleep now, otherwise he wouldn't know how to explain. This time, he obediently sat by the bed, just quietly looking at that perfect sleeping face. His heart was incomparably content, and what he didn't know was that Dabao was hiding on the side, watching all of this. He secretly covered his mouth and chuckled. This is good. This is the scene I wanted to see, a family loving each other. However, he could tell that it was only because Mommy was asleep that Daddy was so bold. If Mommy were awake, Daddy would definitely not dare to do such a thing. He felt that as a cub, he had to help out. The night passed without a word. As dawn broke, Xiao opened her eyes. Then she saw Helan lying beside her. She didn't expect this guy to guard her all night. She also didn't understand it was very safe here. Is he worried about me, or is he worried I'll run off again? But he must have had a very hard time these past 5 years, right? After all, he raised the cub very well. He was both father and mother. Thinking of this, Xiao slowly got up, took a blanket, and wanted to cover Hylan. This slight movement woke Hylan. He looked up just in time to see Xiao's action. Is the little female worried I'll catch a cold? And she even covered me with a blanket. How nice. Xiao was a little awkward. You're awake. If you're still sleepy, you can come to this bed and sleep. Did you guard me all night? Actually, it's very safe here, and I won't leave without a word again. Helan looked at her with burning eyes. I know. I just wanted to guard you. Hearing this, Xiao didn't know what to say. How is it that after one night, this guy seems to have changed his personality? It's really too strange. And Helan really took his son's words to heart. He felt his son was right. Since he wanted to be with her, he had to work hard. Besides, other than Xiao, he would not love any other female. If the little female's departure was really because he didn't do well before, he should become better. Are you hungry? I'll have someone prepare food right away, and prepare toiletries for you too, Helan said, getting up and going out. Xiao wanted to call out to him, but didn't know how, so she just sat there thinking about the past 2 days' situation. It's really strange. How could a perfectly normal person change so much after one night? Could it be that Helan has matured and changed his personality? Xiao was still thinking, and Helan had already returned. He was holding a wooden basin in his hand. Of course, behind him were 2 merfolk beastmen. Each of them was holding a wooden tray with clothes and toiletries on it. Ayao, what are you thinking about? Come, let's wash up, Helan said, then dipped a towel in water and was about to wipe the little female's face. I'll do it myself. Xiao was a little overwhelmed by the unexpected favor. This guy seemed to hate me yesterday, and today he's so attentive. Is there something he needs my help with? Anyway, that's what Xiao thought. Helan spoke somewhat stubbornly. You are my mate. It is my responsibility to take care of you. You just need to accept it well. Xiao asked Hylan, somewhat uncertainly, is there something you need my help with? I don't need your help with anything. Don't think too much. Helan felt bitter. So she thinks I have difficulties, that's why she's accepting my kindness? He thought she was really accepting him, but no matter what, he would not give up on Ayao. Are you accepting my kindness because you think I have something to ask of you? He looked at her, hurt. No, I just thought you encountered some difficulty. Why did you change your personality overnight? I'm sorry, I was too harsh. Actually, I thought the reason you left 5 years ago was because you were angry with me, felt I wasn't good to you, or that I wasn't worthy of you. I was just angry at myself for being useless and unable to keep you. Helan was overcome with guilt. Xiao quickly waved her hand. No, don't overthink it. It's because I suddenly had something important come up and didn't have time to say goodbye to you. This is my fault. Then you're not going to leave without saying goodbye again, are you? Helan immediately became tense. I won't leave for now. If I really have to leave, I will explain it clearly to you. I'm hungry, can we go eat? Xiao touched her stomach, changing the subject. Good, Helan breathed a sigh of relief. As long as she doesn't leave suddenly. Anyway, this time, no matter where the little female goes, he will follow. Then Helan signaled the 2 beastmen to retreat, and he himself took out a piece of clothing. "I've prepared merman skin clothes for you. Change into them." These were carefully selected gel clothes. Mermen shed a layer of skin every year, which can be made into clothing. This was made from his shed skin. Xiao looked at the thin layer of clothing, icy blue and as beautiful as light gauze, adorned with pearls. "This is too beautiful," Halen said somewhat shyly. "As long as you like it. I've made several sets for you. You can change into them. These are all what I've prepared for you these past 5 years." "Thank you, Halen. You're so good to me. I like it very much. I'll change into it now." Suddenly, Xiao seemed to remember something. Can you turn around?" She blushed a little. Although they already had a child, 5 years had passed. Changing clothes in front of him still required some getting used to. "Okay, I won't peek. Take your time changing." Halen smiled and turned around, obediently waiting. But he listened exceptionally clearly. Beastmen have excellent perception. Just by listening to the sounds, he could imagine the scene. His heart rate sped up considerably, and his beautiful cheeks flushed red. Damn it, he's actually getting aroused at a time like this. Xiao didn't notice Halen's change at all. She quickly put on the dress, overjoyed. "Halen, I'm ready. How does it look?" Halen heard the voice and turned around. He was completely stunned. "So beautiful!" Xiao touched the dress on her body, unable to put it down. "You worked hard. I really like the dress you made. If you like it, I'll make more for you." Halen looked at the person close by, full of joy. "Thank you for being so good to me." Halan's gaze was too hot, making Xiao feel a little warm all over. "Ayao, I really love you. These past 5 years, I've truly lived like years. If it weren't for the cub, I definitely wouldn't have made it through. But luckily, you're back. I won't let you leave me again. From now on, wherever you go, will you take me with you? Our family will be together, facing whatever comes our way." Xiao nodded. Her heart ached for him. "That's really great," Halen said, pulling Xiao tightly into his arms, then lowered his head and kissed her tender lips. Halen kissed for a long time. Xiao felt like she was about to suffocate. His kiss was different from 5 years ago. 5 years ago, he was so gentle, but now he was so domineering, possessing, and aggressive. However, no matter what kind of Halen he was, Xiao liked him very much. Looking at the little female's gentle, watery eyes, Halen involuntarily swallowed. He had already become aroused, but he had just reconciled with the little female, so he didn't dare to be too impulsive. Halen tried hard to suppress his urges. The next second, he directly picked up the little female. Xiao exclaimed in surprise, "What are you doing carrying me? I can walk by myself. Where are we going?" Halen's eyes were full of smiles. "Didn't you say you were hungry just now? I'm taking you to eat." He loved seeing the little female's shy expression. Soon, they arrived at a pavilion. Various dishes were laid out on the stone table. Xiao's eyes lit up when she saw the food. There's even hot pot. This guy truly has a thoughtful heart. She didn't expect that after 5 years, he still remembered that she liked to eat hot pot. Seeing the little female's eyes light up, Halen's lips also curved slightly. As long as the little female was happy, he was happy too. Quote, "Halen, you're simply too good to me." Xiao was incredibly touched and directly pecked him on the cheek. Halen was stunned for a moment, then in the next second, his heart felt as sweet as honey, and his lips curved into an involuntary smile. The little female had actively kissed him. Soft and fragrant, he never wanted to wash his face again. Just then, Dabao suddenly appeared. "Mommy, Daddy, you're actually eating hot pot and didn't call me. That's too much. Have you already forgotten, Dabao? How can you be like this?" Sure enough, everyone says Mommy and Daddy are true love, and cubs like us are just accidents. Xiao heard this and also realized she had indeed forgotten the cub. Halen, on the other hand, gave Dabao a disgusted look. He just had to come out at this moment and interrupt his and the little female's private time. Looking at Dabao's pitiful appearance, Xiao's heart softened. "No, how could you be an accident? You are the witness of mine and your daddy's love, and the continuation of our bloodline. Your mommy is right," Halen echoed. "This child is good in every way, except sometimes he always comes out and disturbs this old man's good times." "That's great. I really thought I was an accident." The little one immediately pounced into Xiao's arms. "From now on, I'll be a good baby that both mommy and daddy love." Halen sighed helplessly. All right, don't disturb your mommy anymore. If you keep hugging your mommy like this, you'll make her starve." Right, mommy's hungry. Let's eat quickly." Xiao smiled slightly. "So good, then let's eat, our family." time to eat. Hot pot. The little one was incredibly excited. Halen looked at the cub, then at the little female. At this moment, he truly felt happy. He also looked forward to the future. Xiao ate a lot during this meal, almost to the point of being stuffed. The three of them ate very happily. After the meal, the family of three came to the beach again, listening to the sound of the sea. Xiao felt very much at ease. By the way, Halen, what's our cub's formal name? I remember we only gave him the nickname Dabao. So what's his formal name? Hey, Mommy, my formal name is Haimo. Hailuo meaning sea promise. This name was given to me by Daddy. Daddy said this is a lifelong promise to you, a loyalty to love, an exclusivity in love, and your unique place in his heart. Xiao was stunned at the moment she heard this. She really didn't expect it to have such a meaning. Xiao turned her head and looked at the silent Heilan. He was really so good to her. Heilan, is that true? Xiao asked. She still wanted to hear Heilan admit it himself. Heilan's eyes were full of affection. Yes, my feelings for you will never change in this life. Love at first sight, 10,000 years in one glance. In this life, I only recognize one person. This was his promise. Thank you for doing so much for me. Halen, I understand your feelings, I won't let you down. I know I'm in your heart. For you, I'm willing to do anything. The two embraced, their hearts tightly pressed together, and they couldn't push away the little one, who, watching such a touching moment, had his eyes turn red and his nose sniffled. What to do? It's so touching. Don't forget, I'm your cub. Our family will never be separated again. The little one also directly rushed forward and hugged his mommy. All right, stop crying. This is a joyous occasion. Heilan raised his hand and wiped the tears from Xiao's eyes, then looked at his son, his eyes full of helplessness. What's this kid doing? Joining in on the excitement? Xiao nodded, then looked at her cub and instantly smiled too. All right, no more unhappiness. It's all in the past. The three walked hand in hand on the beach. But suddenly, the system's voice sounded, Warning, warning. In 3 days, please, host, leave quickly and head to the second beast husband's tribe. Hearing this, Xiao's footsteps paused. What's meant to come has come. It seems there's no avoiding it. Perhaps noticing Xiao's unusual state, Heilan asked suspiciously, Ayao, what's wrong? The woman had just reconciled with the merman beast husband, thinking their family of three would never be separated, but the system was telling her to go save the second beast husband. This made her not know how to explain to Halen and the cub. She had just come back to them, and in 2 days, she would face leaving again. How much hurt would this cause them? Perhaps sensing Xiao's concerns, Halen smiled gently. You can tell me if you have any difficulties. I'm your partner, we can face it together. Don't always try to bear it alone. Xiao hesitated. If I tell you, don't get angry, okay? We've just resolved our misunderstanding and I have to leave in 3 days. This will definitely make him angry. Okay, Halen said gently. I won't get angry. We've already been through so much, haven't we? Xiao looked at him, somewhat worried. In 3 days, I will leave the sea territory and go to land. There are things I must do there. Just as the system said, if she didn't do it, her partners would blacken and threaten the entire beast world. Moreover, they were her partners in cub. She didn't want anything to happen to them. Hearing this, Heilan's body visibly sagged. He had long known that the little female would leave soon, but he had only hoped that time could slow down, that he could spend more time with the little female. Unfortunately, it still came. I'm sorry, I didn't expect that after such a short time I would have to leave again. My heart is really sad, but I have no choice. Halen didn't look sad at all. Don't say sorry. I believe you have unavoidable difficulties. This time, I'll take the cub and go with you. Wherever you go, we'll go. What do you think? What? You want to take the cub and go with me? Xiao was shocked. She didn't expect him to make such a big decision. Although she didn't want to be separated from him either, land was definitely different from the sea territory. Heilan had never left the sea territory before, and he was actually willing to go to land for her. Xiao's heart was filled with emotion. Of course it's true. I've decided. Our family must be together, in a complete circle. I don't know what you're gonna do, but I want to stay by your side. I don't want to wait another 5 years, you know? Days without you are really hard to bear. Xiao was deeply moved. At this moment, you're still comforting me in return. Thank you. Then she looked at Halen with a gentle face. In 3 days, we'll set off together. As evening approached, the family of 3 built 2 bonfires on the beach. They stewed seafood on one and roasted seafood on the other. The 3 sat by the fire, chatting happily, overjoyed. Smelling the fragrant seafood in front of him, the little one was already terribly hungry. Halen patiently peeled shrimp and crab meat. After picking them out, he put them all in a small wooden bowl. Of course, he would also occasionally feed Xiao a bite. Dabao, on the other hand, peeled his own shrimp shells. Since no one peeled them for him, he just peeled one and ate one, which also made him very happy. Soon, Xiao rubbed her slightly bulging stomach. Oh no, I ate too much again. I originally planned to eat less. I'm full, you guys keep eating. You're full with so little? Halen frowned slightly. The little female's appetite seemed to have decreased again. She ate less than even 1 cub. The little one also looked worried. Mommy, you're eating too little. Eat more to grow tall. Mommy is really full. You guys eat. Xiao felt that she could already eat a lot, but compared to them, she was truly insignificant. A little cub could eat about 4 jin, approximately 4.4 pounds of food, not to mention Halen, who would eat at least 10 jin, approximately 11 pounds. Xiao knew there were some other beastman races whose appetites were even larger, which made her think of my other partners. He looked at his cub and asked, Dabao, a few days from now, will mommy take you to play on land? Your daddy will go too. Just consider it a trip. Hearing this, the little one was excited. Really, mommy, that's great. I've wanted to go to land for a long time. I want to see forests and hills. Hee, daddy's going, you're going, and I'm going too. All 3 of us will go. The little one was overjoyed. Xiao was also very happy. It's great that you're willing to come with us. Actually, there's something we need to do on this trip. Maybe we can even meet your other brothers. Ah, mommy, I have brothers and sisters. Then someone will play with me in the future. If anyone dares to bully us, how great would it be if us brothers and sisters teamed up? The little one was extremely happy. Lonely and isolated, he was finally going to have companions, and they were even from the same mommy. Yes, mommy has a few other children, but you are the oldest. Your daddy is also mommy's first partner, Xiao said, glancing at Halen beside her. Halen was also very excited. I am very honored to be the little female's first partner. He could guess that the little female had other partners, because a female couldn't have only one partner. Since they were the female's partners, they were family. He wondered what the others looked like, what race they were, and what made the little female like them. Although he felt a little sour inside, he controlled it. The little female said he was her first partner, so he had to show the demeanor and magnanimity of a great beast husband. He naturally couldn't be petty and fight for favor with the others. Halen ate very quickly and was soon full. The cub also finished eating just in time. He even rubbed his slightly round belly, looking completely satisfied. After eating and drinking his fill, the little one transformed into a curious baby. Mommy, how many partners do you have in total? Including daddy, of course. Xiao smiled slightly. Besides your daddy, there are 8 others. Xiao had a total of 9 partners, all of whom were excellent and handsome. Although she was forced by the system to find partners, Xiao would not compromise herself at all. If she had to find them, she would definitely find those who were pleasing to the eye, and their strength was also very good. So mommy has a total of 9 partners. Mommy, don't you know that mermaids usually have dozens of partners? Many male mermaids are bachelors. Mommy, you found too few. You should find more. Halen followed Dabao's words and explained, there are very few female mermaids and many male mermaids, so most females have dozens of partners. He felt how lucky he was to have met such a beautiful female and become her first partner. And she didn't have many male partners, which was great. Unconsciously, they chatted until late at night. Dabao had long since fallen asleep beside them. Xiao looked at Halen. I'm tired too. Let's go back to the sea god's palace to rest. Halen nodded. After putting out the fire, he directly picked up Xiao and Dabao, wagging his tail as he swam into the sea. Soon, the family of 3 arrived at the sleeping chamber. Halen first settled the little one, then carried Xiao to his own sleeping quarters. Xiao's heart rate quickened a little. She didn't dare to look at him directly. 5 years had passed, and although they had a child, when it came to sleeping in the same bed, she still felt a little unaccustomed to it, but at the same time, she also felt a sense of anticipation. Halen gently placed Xiao on the seashell bed, but didn't make any other moves. Instead, he asked, are you going to look for your remaining partners and cubs? Xiao didn't hide anything. Yes, I have to find them. Hearing this, Helen's face was serious. The cub and I will go with you. It's a good opportunity to meet them. After all, you are our mate, and we are all your partners, so we naturally should get to know each other. Our big family should support each other. Xiao agreed with what Hailan said. You're absolutely right. A family should get to know each other and support each other. Otherwise, when we meet, we won't even know who's who. Have you missed me these past few years? Even a tiny bit? Hailan looked at Xiao with burning eyes. Even if she only occasionally thought of him, he would feel very happy. Of course I have. Xiao met his gaze. Of course she had missed him. Not only Hailan, but she missed every one of them. She missed every cub too. Hailan was deeply moved. I'm so happy. Thank you for not forgetting me. Silly, what kind of talk is that? How could I forget you? I truly like you. I'm not the kind of person who would compromise myself, so please don't say such things again, okay? You have to believe in my feelings for you. I believe you. Hailan nodded, very submissive. His icy blue eyes rippled. Ayao, I want another cub. What should I do? His voice was incredibly gentle. Xiao was stunned when she heard him. Goodness, he's been waiting for me here. He wants another cub? Is that good or not? Hailan looked at Xiao pitifully. Actually, he just wanted to be intimate with the little female. Of course, it would be even better if they had another cub. At this moment, the system popped up. Host! Have a baby, have a baby, have a baby. Look, your partner is so pitiful. You must satisfy his request. I have fertility pills here, guaranteed to get pregnant in one go. Xiao was speechless. System, she said somewhat shyly. This should still happen naturally. Xiao's answer made Hailan incredibly happy. The little female didn't refuse, implying it was possible. That's great! Ayao, don't worry, I will definitely work hard to try for another little merman cub. Hailan looked at Xiao affectionately. He slowly approached, looking at her tender lips, and couldn't help but kiss her. Hailan's kisses were sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes gentle, and sometimes domineering. Soon, Xiao was dizzy from his kisses. The white seashells slowly closed. Xiao didn't know when she fell asleep, but she felt very tired and weary, and her waist ached. When Xiao woke up again, the sun was already high in the sky. Dabo's cheerful shouts rang out. Mommy, Daddy, why aren't you up yet? I've been waiting for you all morning. Mommy, what are these on your neck? Why are there red spots? Were you bitten by some insect? Oh my goodness, why are there so many? The little one exclaimed anxiously for a moment. Daddy, how did you take care of Mommy? How could you let Mommy become like this? And Mommy, why are your lips a little swollen? What happened? Does it hurt, Mommy? As the little one spoke, tears dripped down, little pearls. He looked at his mommy's appearance, his heart aching terribly. Hearing his words, Xiao's old face flushed red. Don't cry, Mommy is really fine. Mommy was just bitten by bugs last night. It'll be fine after a couple of days. Xiao wiped the little one's tears and also turned her head to glare fiercely at Hailan. It's all this guy's fault. Who told him to be so crazy last night? Hailan guiltily rubbed the tip of his nose. He really didn't expect this to happen. All right then, let's get ready and go eat. I'm sure your mommy is hungry too. Oh, right! Mommy, hurry and wash up. I'll wait for you outside. The little one knew his mommy wasn't seriously hurt. After urging Hailan to take good care of Xiao, he ran outside. As soon as the cub left, Hailan immediately sincerely admitted his mistake. Ayao, I was wrong. This was my oversight. Where were you wrong? Sat there with an old-timer's calm. He used so much force, he should be taught a lesson. Last night, I didn't control myself. I promise it won't happen again. He raised his palm and pressed it against his chest as a pledge. Quote, just know that. Hurry up and get my clothes out. After we wash up, let's go eat. Don't make the cub wait too long. Okay. Hailan immediately took the new clothes prepared nearby. Soon, Xiao was dressed and washed. The two walked out hand in hand. Mommy, you're so beautiful. The little one's eyes lit up, seeing his mommy so pretty. His mommy was truly too beautiful. No wonder his daddy liked mommy so much. Xiao smiled slightly. Only you have such a sweet mouth. Let's go eat quickly. Mommy, hold my hand. The little one nodded obediently, extending his small hand, signaling for Mommy to hold it. Xiao extended her hand and took the little one's hand. The family of three walked towards the dining place. The surrounding beastmen looked at this scene, their eyes filled with admiration. There was no way around it. Their family of three's looks were too high. In a blink of an eye, 3 days passed. Halon finished dealing with the matters in the sea god's palace before setting off for land. Halon and Dabao transformed their merman tails into human legs, and their scales transformed into clothes. The three walked hand in hand towards the forest on land. Here, the system had already opened the navigation for Xiao. She just needed to follow the system's guidance to travel. At this moment, near the center of the forest, a golden tiger was teaching a snow-white tiger cub. Arbao, watch my attack pattern carefully. Your old man is watching. Daddy, hurry up! The little one tilted his head, his snow-white fur very adorable. You little brat, don't imitate my speech. Watch carefully. This is your lesson for today. Next time, you'll be hunting. The little one was very unconvinced. Your old man is watching. Hurry up! Seeing his daddy being so slow, he was a little anxious. The big tiger stopped talking nonsense and directly demonstrated his special moves to the cub, grappling, pouncing, etc. Just this? The little one's eyes were full of intimacy. His small mind thought it was very simple. Isn't this something anyone with eyes can do? Hey, you little brat, let's go! Your old man will take you hunting! The big tiger slapped the little tiger on the head. Of course, he only slapped lightly. But even so, the little tiger directly splayed his 4 legs and lay on the ground. Your old man is going! The little one was full of fighting spirit. Hunting was naturally something he had to do. The large and small tigers searched for suitable prey in the jungle. Soon they found several antelopes, including several adults and several young ones. Antelopes! The big tiger didn't speak anymore, just lay in the grass, waiting for the opportunity. The little tiger seriously watched his daddy's movements, fearing he would miss any detail. The distance was gradually closing. Soon, the big tiger seized the opportunity and directly pounced on an adult antelope. The other antelopes also sensed the danger and fled. He moved as fast as a gust of wind, biting the opponent's neck in one bite. In an instant, the antelope's neck was bitten off. The whole process took only 2 short seconds. The little tiger didn't even have time to react before he saw his daddy dragging the adult antelope back. Did you see it clearly just now? The big tiger threw the antelope from his mouth onto the ground and looked at his cub, asking. The little one said, somewhat dejectedly, I saw it clearly, but your movements were too fast. The next moment, the little one looked up again, worshiping his daddy. Daddy, you're simply amazing. I hadn't even reacted, and you had already bitten off that prey's neck. The big tiger chuckled. You're still small. You'll get better with practice. When your old man was as small as you, wasn't I also worshipped by my cub? He felt a great sense of accomplishment. The little one's green-yellow eyes glowed with admiration. Your old man is greatly impressed, Daddy. Daddy is simply too brave and majestic. When I grow up, I want to be like my daddy. You little brat. Don't imitate my speech. The big tiger shifted his position, hearing what his cub said, feeling truly speechless. However, the cub was indeed imitating his old man. Wasn't this just like his style? One could only say he was truly his cub, so much like his old man. The little one nodded. The little old man got it. Let's go back to the tribe. The big tiger carried the prey in his mouth, striding towards the tribe, with a snow-white little tiger following beside him. Daddy, what does my mommy look like? Where did mommy go? Did you make her angry? Does she not want us anymore? From childhood to adulthood, he had never seen his mommy, so he was truly both longing for and curious about his mommy. Looking at other families reunited, he was truly envious. What are you talking about, you little brat? How could your daddy, with such a good mate, make your mommy angry? Your mommy must have had something important come up. That's why she left without saying goodbye. Don't worry, she will definitely come back. We just have to wait for her here. Maybe she's already on her way back. The moment the woman badmouthed the little female, the tiger beast man in front of him wanted to kill her. You wouldn't allow anyone to speak ill of his mate, even if this mate had been gone for 5 years. Just now, the father and son, who had returned from hunting, had just arrived back at the tribe when they saw a female walking towards them, swaying her waist. Ah, Zan, you're back from hunting! The female looked at Jizan, very happy. Move aside, don't block the way, Jizan said, dragging the prey towards his dwelling. However, the female chased after him again. Ah, Zhan, I have something to tell you. What is it? Say it quickly. At this moment, Jizan had transformed into a handsome man, his beautiful face showing impatience. The little tiger beside him had also transformed into a human form, his delicate little face also showing displeasure. He hated this female, because this female always spoke ill of his mommy. Not only that, she even brazenly said she wanted to be his stepmother. The female beastman smiled slightly. "It's not easy for you to raise the cub alone. Why don't we become mates? Don't wait for that little female anymore. It's been 5 years. She definitely won't come back." Hearing her words, Jizan instantly burst into a rage. "If you say such words again, don't blame me for being impolite." He wouldn't allow anyone to speak ill of the little female. Taking care of the cub, taking care of the tribe, he could do it all. Except for the little female, he didn't need anyone else to dictate to him. Quote, "My only mate is Ayao. You better hide those little thoughts of yours. I don't fancy you." Jizan's domineering words fell, then he left with the prey and the cub. Before leaving, the cub even stuck out his tongue at the female. "Still want to be his mommy? No way!" Watching them leave, the female stomped her feet in anger. Anyway, she wouldn't give up just like that. She swore she wouldn't rest until she got Jisan. One must know that Jizan was the tribe leader, not only handsome, but also incredibly powerful in combat. Only such a male beastman could be worthy of her. After returning home, Jizan began to make a fire and stew meat. The little female had specifically instructed him that the little cub must eat cooked meat. The father and son sat by the fire, roasting meat and boiling meat soup. Erbao's face was full of excitement. "Daddy, this roasted meat smells so good! I really want to eat it!" He had been hungry for a long time and couldn't wait, smelling the aroma of the meat. "Wait a little longer, roast it a bit more. Your mommy said that this meat must be at least 6/10 cooked before it can be eaten." Jizan turned the roasted meat while deep in thought. What should I do? I missed the little female. Her words filled his mind. He remembered every single one. He just didn't know how the little female was doing now, or if she had been well these past 5 years. Just then the little one's voice rang out. "Daddy, what's wrong? What are you thinking about? The meat is almost burnt." Jizan snapped back to reality when he heard this. He looked down and saw that the roasted meat wasn't burnt yet. This little cub was tricking him. Truly mischievous, just like the little female. The little one covered his mouth and snickered. "I know Daddy must be missing Mommy. He actually missed Mommy too. Although he had never seen her, he missed her very much. From his daddy's mouth, he often heard his daddy speak of Mommy's goodness." Jizan sighed. "Yes, I think about her all the time." On the other side, Xiao and the other two were rushing anxiously. Seeing the distance to the location indicated by the system getting closer and closer, she became more and more excited and expectant. "My big tiger! I wonder how that guy's doing now. Sometimes he's silly, sometimes he's quite smart. I wonder if he's been waiting for me, or if he's with another female." Regardless, she wanted to go see him. At the same time, she also missed her cub very much. She wondered how he was doing. It was already dark, and Xiao's footsteps couldn't help but quicken. After all, the system said that each partner was facing danger, and she had to save them. Heilan, who was beside Xiao, was carrying Dabao on his back. He could clearly feel that as they got closer, the little female's emotions became more and more excited. Although he felt a little sour inside, there was nothing else. He knew it had been 5 years, and the little female naturally cared about every partner. All he could do was accompany her. Quickly, they arrived at the other tiger tribe. After Jizan and the cub finished eating, they entered the cave to cultivate. In the middle of the night, Jizan suddenly sat up. Beastman's perception was extremely strong. He heard crying, shouting, and screaming, and the sounds grew louder and louder. Jizan glanced at the cub, who was still sound asleep, and for a moment he didn't know what to do. Should he stay and protect the cub, or go protect his tribe members? Without any other option, he directly wrapped the cub in an animal skin, put him on his back, and rushed out. Only after he left the cave did he realize what had happened. It turned out that the tribe was being attacked by many rogue beastmen. Such things often happened on the Beastman continent. Rogue beastmen attacked tribes to snatch females and thus procreate their own offspring. But most rogue beastmen were evil beasts who committed all sorts of atrocities, so no female beastman was willing to become a mate with a rogue beast. It seems they had a premeditated plan, otherwise it would be impossible to gather so many rogue beasts at once. Thinking of this, the killing intent in Jizan's eyes grew stronger. "Since you're here, don't even think about leaving," he roared to the sky, instantly summoning many tiger beastmen. He placed the little cub on his back in an inconspicuous corner. With so many rogue beasts, he couldn't guarantee the safety of the young cub. Of course, Erbao also thought of this scene. He hid in the corner and didn't make a sound, just quietly watching everything. Soon, The male beastmen transformed into fierce tigers and all rushed towards the rogue beastmen. Jizan was the first to rush into the crowd of rogue beastmen, directly unleashing his tiger paw attacks. Not only that, he also sprayed some fireballs at the distant rogue beasts, scaring them into extinguishing the fire on their bodies. For a time, screams echoed continuously. "This damn black bear beastman! Didn't you say Jizan wasn't that strong?" The scorpion beastman's face was panicked. "I don't know either, although one of us can't deal with him." "Can't a dozen of us stop him? The main thing is to get rid of Jizan first." The black bear beastman also stated his position. "Let's deal with him together." The two simultaneously attacked Jizan. Jizan didn't dodge. He directly clawed at the black bear, and instantly, 3 bloody marks appeared on the black bear's arm. The scorpion beastman's hook behind him, however, pierced into his back, and blood flowed out. He didn't even grunt. He directly kicked the scorpion beastman who had ambushed him. Seeing such a powerful Jizan, the surrounding beastmen were all shocked. The little one hiding in the corner had bright eyes. His daddy was simply too amazing. In the future, he also wanted to be as strong as his daddy and protect the people he wanted to protect. "Damn it, you're good, Jizan." As expected of the tiger tribe leader, the scorpion beastman stood up, his eyes full of gloom. The opponent's strength truly made him a little timid, but he didn't want to give up just like that. Suddenly, he seemed to discover something. The corners of his mouth curved slightly, and a hint of cruelty appeared in his eyes. "I've long heard that Jizan loves his son dearly. His only cub is a white tiger. Isn't that the one in the corner? Good for you. Jizan, I can't beat you, but I have other ways." Jizan completely ignored the beastman behind him. He raised his palms and directly tore the black bear's back to shreds. The black bear grimaced in pain but was helpless. And at this moment, the scorpion beastman sneered. "Jizan, look what this is." Jizan heard the words and looked back, and the next second, his whole body stiffened. "Damn it, he actually forgot his cub." "Get lost. Let go of my cub or I'll tear you to pieces." Jizan's eyes were bloodshot. What he cared about most was his cub. Seeing the cub being wrapped by the opponent's tail, his heart ached. Erbao, on the other hand, stubbornly didn't make a sound. His eyes flashed with tears but didn't fall. "Good job, Erbao." The black bear had a chance to retaliate and directly slapped Jizan on the back. Jizan didn't dare to dodge because his cub was in the opponent's hands. The black bear beastman showed an evil smile. "Jizan, you have this day too. I tell you, I've long disliked you. What kind of Tiger King leader? Now, aren't you firmly in our grasp?" The black bear beastman said, while swinging his bear paw and hitting Jizan's back. In an instant, Jizan's back was a bloody mess, and the cub, seeing this scene, also cried out, "Daddy, don't mind me, resist!" The little one was frantic, but he couldn't break free from the scorpion beastman's tail. "Daddy, hold on," Jizan said in a deep voice. "What will it take for you to let him go?" The scorpion beastman smiled wickedly. "Let him go? Sure, then let all the females in your tribe come out, and how about we take a few of them away?" "Impossible." Jizan's eyes were full of fury. If he really did that, what would be the difference between him and these rogue beasts? Jizan's eyes were bloodshot. "You can make me do anything except harm my tribe members, even if it costs me my life." The scorpion beastman snorted. "I didn't expect you to care so much about your cub. It's truly unbelievable. If we let your cub go, can we still leave this tribe alive? Do you really think we're stupid?" The black bear beastman also spoke up. "First, let us leave. This cub is in their hands, so they have leverage. Everything can be negotiated slowly, and demands can be made over time." The scorpion beastman also seemed to understand this principle. "First, let us leave. You are not allowed to follow." He signaled his big brother to leave first, while he held the little cub and followed behind. With the little cub, he believed these tiger beastmen wouldn't dare to act rashly. Watching them leave, the tiger beastmen were all incredibly anxious. "Tribe leader, are we really not going to chase them? What about the little tribe leader, who's still in their hands? You all reorganize in the tribe. I'll go myself." Jizan looked at the wound on his tiger back. It was the wound from the scorpion's sting, and black blood was flowing out. But it didn't matter. What he was most worried about now was the cub. No matter what, he had to rescue his cub. The scorpion beastman hadn't gone far when he felt a presence following him. He looked back, and indeed saw Jizan rapidly chasing him. He then looked at the tiger cub and saw him glaring angrily at him. You deserve to die. You hurt my daddy. In his mind, his daddy's scarred back appeared. It was because he wasn't strong enough that he held his daddy back. Looking at his daddy chasing after him, his heart ached terribly. Daddy, don't mind me. Little one, don't waste your energy. Your daddy can't possibly ignore you. Seeing how much he values you, I know that even if he had to die, he would protect you completely. What deep father-son affection! Saying this, the scorpion beastman laughed loudly. I'm gonna kill ya! Erbao was filled with hatred. He opened his mouth and bit fiercely on the opponent's tail. The scorpion beastman instantly shivered in pain, but he still endured it. He sped up and continued to run forward, not daring to stop at all, although he had the cub as leverage. What if Jizian lost his mind and wanted to go for a, quote, fish dies, net breaks scenario? He didn't want to die yet. At this moment, Jizan only felt his head swelling slightly, and his whole body was a bit numb. The scratched wound on his back was bleeding a lot of black blood, clearly indicating poisoning. Such high-intensity running made his blood circulate faster, and at the same time, the toxins in his body circulated faster. At this moment, looking at the figure not far away, his eyes were full of hatred. No, I can't let the cub suffer any mishap. I must rescue the cub before I lose consciousness. Daddy, don't chase anymore. I don't need you to save me. Erbao's voice was filled with tears. The little one truly couldn't accept that. Mommy was gone, and Daddy, who had raised him, was also going to die. He didn't want to live either. Thinking of this, the little one seemed to have made up his mind. He channeled his fire attribute talent within his body, concentrating it all in his mouth, then fiercely bit down on the scorpion beastman's large black tail. A crisp sound accompanied by the scorpion beastman's painful scream, "You damn cub, I'm going to kill you!" His tail was directly bitten off a large chunk by the other party. Not only that, the other party showed no signs of stopping. He directly slapped the cub's body. The cub bit with all his might, and finally bit off the other party's tail. And this slap also directly sent the cub flying. Erbao's scream rang out. His whole body felt like it was falling apart. He rarely used his talent, so he was just now experiencing the backlash from his talent, but he was very happy. Even if he died, it was worth it. He fought alongside his daddy. Seeing the cub being slapped away, Jishan's heart was bleeding. He sped up and rushed towards his cub. At the same time, not far away, Xiao was constantly moving through the bushes. Just a moment ago, for some reason, the location given by the system kept changing at an extremely fast speed, as if it was running away. Xiao was anxious. This is what the system meant by danger. Her footsteps couldn't help but quicken. Hailan, carrying Dabao, tried hard to keep up with the little female. Faster, faster, just a little more! Xiao heard the cub scream. She quickly went through the bushes, and as soon as she came out, she saw this scene. Her cub was sent flying by a beastman, spitting blood, and a frenzied tiger was rushing towards the cub. The tiger's back was bloody and bruised, and black blood was flowing out, indicating poisoning. Saya's whole being was boiling with rage. Damn it, how dare they treat my cub and partner like this? She directly teleported and caught the cub. Erbao's face was extremely pale, with bloodstains at the corner of his mouth. Sister, who are you? You're so beautiful. Why are you crying? Am I ugly now and scared you? Don't cry, little old me is fine. As the little one spoke, he tried to raise his hand to wipe away her tears. Hearing Erbao's words, Xiao's heart shattered. She looked angrily at the scorpion beastman, as if looking at a corpse. The scorpion beastman also saw Xiao. His eyes lit up. What kind of heaven-defying luck is this? I actually met such a beautiful female. Although this physique is a bit delicate and might make cub birthing difficult, taking her back and raising her with the sisters would be great. Thinking of this, the scorpion beastman smiled obscenely. Oh, where did this little female come from? So lovely. At this moment, the big tiger also arrived by Xiao's side. He froze, his eyes full of disbelief. Ayao, is that really you? Am I dying, so I'm hallucinating? Xiao smiled gently at the big tiger. I'm back. You rest first, leave the rest to me. Halen also jumped out of the bushes. Seeing this scene, he naturally knew what had happened. It seems this tiger is another one of the little female's partners, and this tiger cub is also the little female's cub. Halen, I'm entrusting this to you. Save their lives. I'll go deal with that worm. Xiao handed Erbao to Halen. Halen nodded, and without hesitation, quickly held Erbao in his arms. The scorpion beastman looked disdainfully at the little female. Little female, you think too highly of yourself. With those slender arms and legs, how can you fight me? He didn't believe females could have any real power. In this beast world continent, he had never heard of females having strength or talent. You deserve to die for hurting them, Xiao said, and in an instant, a flaming giant sword appeared in her hand. Her eyes filled with killing intent, she directly swung it at the opponent. However, the Scorpion Beastman didn't expect to dodge. He directly raised his hand, wanting to block the sword because he thought that the little female's strength naturally couldn't exceed his own. Who knew that when the sword approached him, he felt intense heat and a sense of crisis? But by the time he reacted, it was too late. His arm was directly chopped off by the other party. He froze in place, even forgetting the pain. After reacting for a moment, he broke out in a cold sweat from the pain. "Damn you! You actually chopped off my arm! You forced me to do this!" The Scorpion Beastman's eyes were filled with malice. His other hand directly transformed into sharp claws, and he lunged at Xiao. Xiao gave him no chance. She raised the sharp sword and was about to chop off his other hand. This time, the opponent learned his lesson and dodged in time. Although he didn't chop off the opponent's hand, he did cut the opponent's arm. Seeing this beautiful older sister getting justice for them, Erbao's eyes lit up. Sister is so cool, so amazing. He loves this sister so much. Heilun, on the other hand, stuffed the healing medicine into their mouths. After they took the medicine, their complexions became much rosier, but there was no way to resolve the poison in Jizan's body. To detoxify him, they still needed the Scorpion's antidote. Jizan said somewhat weakly, "It doesn't matter. If I die, I die. It's just a pity that I've just met Ayao." Hearing his daddy's words, Erbao looked puzzled. "Ayao? Is that mommy?" He had also heard his daddy constantly mention Ayao before, and later, after asking daddy, he learned that Ayao was his mommy's name. He just never expected that this beautiful older sister was actually his mommy. Looking at mommy's back, his eyes sparkled with tears. He finally had a mommy. Their family was finally reunited. "Don't cry, little brother. We came back this time to reunite with you all. Mommy cares about you very much." Dabo looked at his little brother, his heart full of pain. His little brother had actually suffered such severe injuries. "Are you my big brother?" Erbao asked Dabo. "That's right, I'm your big brother. I'm mommy's first cub. My daddy and your daddy are both mommy's partners. Big brother, thank you." The little one was touched and shed tears. "So you're the big brother." Jizan also understood Heilun's identity. Regardless, he was already very grateful that the other party had come to save them. Before, when he became mates with the little female had said he was the second. He had also asked the little female what race the first partner was, but the little female said it was very, very far away and probably hard to meet, so he just let it go. He never expected that the little female would actually bring them to find him and the cub. Heilun smiled slightly. "It's fine, we're all family." On the other side, Xiao had already chopped off the opponent's limbs. She stepped on the opponent's chest, looking coldly at him. "Hand over the antidote, and I'll give you a quick death. Otherwise, I'll make your life worse than death." However, the Scorpion Beastman was stubborn. "Want the antidote? No way! If you have the guts, kill me, and let Jizan die with me!" Just as Xiao was about to continue forcing a confession, the system suddenly spoke. "Host, the antidote is the Scorpion Beastman's teeth. Grind his teeth into powder, and it can detoxify." Xiao didn't expect the system to be so scarred. "Very good, very perceptive." Xiao nodded and looked at the Scorpion Beastman. "You think if you don't tell me the antidote, I won't know what it is? The antidote is the powder made from your teeth. Am I right?" Hearing this, the Scorpion Beastman instantly panicked. "How could you know?" "Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Only Scorpion Beastmen know this." "Did a traitor appear among our Scorpion Beastmen?" "All right, you can hit the road now," Xiao said, directly picking up the sharp sword in her hand and stabbing it into the opponent's heart. To leave no future trouble, she then directly used the sword to chop off the opponent's neck. Then she squatted down and directly pulled out all of the opponent's teeth. After dealing with all this, Xiao poured a bottle of bone-dissolving water onto the opponent's body. In an instant, the Scorpion Beastman turned into a pool of blood. After doing all this, Xiao finally came to the others. From Jian, she learned what had happened. It turned out that many rogue beasts had attacked the tiger tribe, and several had escaped. If there was a chance, they must be killed. "All right, you first take the antidote. The poison in your body cannot be delayed any longer," Xiao said, grinding the teeth into powder. She came to Jizan, looking at his bloody and bruised back, her eyes full of heartache. Such a heavy injury. How did this guy endure it until now? The big tiger felt warm inside, seeing Xiao so worried. At the same time, he also felt useless, having to let the little female save him. If the little female hadn't returned at a critical moment, he and the cub would really have died here. He reached out to take the sachet from her, but Xiao dodged. "Open your mouth, I'll feed it to you myself." Jishan was also very sensible. Anyway, whatever the little female said, he would listen. He directly opened his mouth. After pouring all the powder into his mouth, Xiao looked at the two little ones. "Were you too scared? Do you think Mommy's methods were too cruel?" Dabo's eyes lit up. Mommy, you were so mighty and amazing just now. Even more amazing than Daddy. In the future, I want to be a powerful beastman like you too." Erbao also looked at Xiao with a determined expression. "I think Mommy did the right thing. This guy deserves to die. He harmed so many beastmen and almost killed me and Daddy. Mommy avenged me, and Daddy, how could we think Mommy is bad? Mommy is the best in the world." Hearing their words, Xiao also smiled. As expected of my cubs, smart and well-behaved. At this moment, Jizan, who had taken the antidote, looked at the weary Xiao. "Let's go back to the tiger tribe to rest. We can talk about anything else tomorrow." He really wanted to talk more with the little female. After all, they had only just met after 5 years. Xiao also agreed. Then let's head to the tiger tribe. The tiger tribe had just been attacked. Going back now would also help to guard it. On the way back to the tiger tribe, Xiao's eyelids started to feel heavy. Helen also noticed her fatigue. "Ayao, are you sleepy? How about I carry you? You used up a lot of energy fighting just now, and you've been traveling for so long, you must be exhausted." "Are you sure?" Xiao hesitated. Although she was also traveling, the other party was also traveling, and he was carrying the cub. "Don't worry, I'm fine. Don't you trust me?" Hailan said with a smile, patting his chest. His stamina was excellent. Xiao froze. Her fair little face flushed. She instantly remembered how good this guy's stamina was when they were underwater before. "Okay," Xiao nodded. "No way. He really consumed too much. He was too sleepy to continue." The next second, Halen directly picked him up. He didn't act coy either, directly found a comfortable position, leaned against the other's chest and closed his eyes. Feeling that he had fallen asleep, everyone's footsteps became lighter, and at the same time, their speed slowed down a bit. About an hour later, they finally arrived at the tiger tribe. The tribe members of the tiger tribe were overjoyed to see the tribe leader and the little tribe leader return. Just as they were about to cheer loudly and run over, they were interrupted by Jizan's gesture. It was then that they noticed there was also a large and a small companion, and the handsome male beastman was holding a stunning little female in his arms. They instinctively remained quiet. "Everyone go busy yourselves. Rest early. We'll talk about anything tomorrow." Saying this, Jizohan led the group towards his cave. When Xiao opened her eyes, it was already noon the next day. As soon as she opened her eyes, she saw Jizan and the two little ones. She felt a little awkward. "Why are you guarding me and watching me like this?" Jizan looked at her gently. "I'm worried this is just a dream, and you'll disappear when I wake up." "Yes, Mommy. I've never seen you since I was little, so I really want to see you too." Hearing this, Xiao gently comforted them. "Silly. How could it be a dream? It's all real. Mommy won't leave. Even if we leave, our whole family will leave together." Hearing this, Jizan's lips curved into a smile. "That's good. That's great. That's great. We'll never be separated from Mommy again," the little one cheered. As long as he could be with Mommy, it didn't matter where they went. After having lunch with her partners and cubs, Xiao decided to check Jizhan's injuries again. There was no way around it. Jizhan was too severely injured. Just recalling it made her heart ache. Jizhan smiled slightly. "Once the poison is gone, there won't be much of a problem. The rest is just for the wound to heal slowly." I actually didn't care about such wounds at all. Male beastmen always get some injuries, it's very normal. Xiao was still a little worried. "Take off your clothes and let me see your back." The main reason was that the wound last night was too terrifying. She had never seen anyone suffer such severe injuries. Okay, I'll let you see." Jizan looked at the little female with full of love and quickly took off his top. His back was already a mess, with crisscrossing wounds. Xiao's eyes turned red. "Oh my god, how did this guy endure it? Does it really not hurt?" Halen on the side couldn't bear to look directly. This guy can really endure. As expected of a powerful race on land, he suddenly felt a little admiration for this tiger. "Why are you all looking at me like that? It's really nothing. For beastmen, getting some injuries is nothing. The most important thing is the poison. Because poison is really hard to cure, Jisan said with a chuckle. What nonsense are you talking about? How can you endure so much? Does it still hurt? Xiao questioned him with red eyes. Why are you always like this, so careless with yourself? Seeing the little female cry, Jisan instantly panicked. Don't cry, I'm really fine. Look, I'm jumping around. Jisan was frantic. How about you hit me or scold me? Whatever you want, just don't cry, okay? He was originally very carefree and not the type of meticulous beastman, so when he encountered such a situation, he didn't know what to do. Xiao took out gauze, needle, and thread, and a lot of ointment from her space. Sit still and don't move. Some of your wounds are too deep and need to be stitched up. This way, they'll heal faster. I'll just apply some medicine after that. At this moment, Heilon also walked over. Ayao, I'll help you. Xiao's eyes lit up. Good, then you stitch him up. Although she had indeed killed a few beastmen here, letting her do such delicate work was not as good as Heilon. How do I stitch it? So Xiao began to teach. Stitch it up like you stitch clothes. Sew the two pieces of skin together. This way, it will heal faster and won't easily tear open. After you stitch him up, I'll apply the medicine. I understand. Heilon understood immediately and began to try stitching Jisan. Jisan sat there obediently, not daring to move. Anyway, whatever the little female wanted to do, he would just follow her instructions. Although he felt a little uncomfortable hearing the sound of flesh being stitched, he could still endure it. Half an hour later, Jisan's wounds were stitched up. Xiao then began to apply medicine to him. Jisan looked at the little female close by, smelling the faint fragrance of the girl, feeling very happy in his heart. He truly hoped that time could stop at this moment. His eyes were filled with too much love. Ayao, welcome back. Xiao smiled slightly. Thank you. In a blink of an eye, 3 days later, Jisan's injuries had almost healed. And that evening, due to Xiao and their arrival, Jisan specially arranged a bonfire party for the tribe. Everyone was roasting meat in the square, and the wild and lively atmosphere permeated the crowd. Xiao's lips also curved slightly. Such a lively environment, such fragrant roasted meat, naturally required alcohol. Xiao took out several bottles of cocktails from her space. Jisan had never drunk before, and his eyes showed confusion. Erbao's face also showed confusion. Mommy, what is this alcohol you're talking about? This looks so pretty. Dabao immediately explained. Don't you know this alcohol is very delicious? It's fruit flavored. I just smelled it, and that smell made me feel refreshed. There's such a good thing. Erbao's eyes also lit up. He believed what his brother said. If his brother said it was delicious, then it must be a good thing. It's a pity Mommy won't let us drink it. She says we're children and can't drink alcohol. Drinking is bad for children. Dabao's tone carried regret. He also secretly glanced at his mommy, seemingly waiting for her to speak. How could Xiao not know what this little guy was thinking? Children can't drink alcohol because you are still developing. This alcohol will make your head dizzy and affect your intelligence, understand? Hearing this, Erbao instantly exclaimed, Then I don't want to drink it. I don't want to become stupid. If that's the case, Daddy and Mommy definitely won't like me anymore. Xiao took out 6 bottles of alcohol, 2 bottles per person. Jisan's roasted meat was also ready. He handed 2 skewers to the little female, then 1 skewer each to the 2 little ones, and 2 skewers to Heilon. Heilon smiled slightly. Thank you. No need to be so polite. We're family. Jisan also replied, Isn't that right? We're all family now. All the little females' partners, so we're like brothers. Come, let's drink. A bite of roasted meat and a sip of alcohol. Xiao opened a bottle of alcohol for each of them. As soon as the alcohol was opened, the eyes of the beastmen beside them lit up. They had never smelled this scent before. It was addictive with just one whiff, so fragrant. One sip down the throat, and the cells of the body seemed to awaken. What is this? It's really too delicious. Jisan immediately fell in love with this taste. He took 2 more big gulps. After drinking, he felt a little annoyed. He shouldn't have drunk such big gulps. This thing must be very precious. Xiao also saw his thoughts and couldn't help but laugh. Drink up. I have plenty more. I can definitely let you drink your fill. Xiao picked up a piece of roasted meat, bit into it, and chewed. The taste is good. The doneness is just right, crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. Ah, Jean, your roasted meat is really good. Perfected. Xiao praised with a smile. She still remembered that when she first met Jisan, he wasted a lot of meat roasting it. She didn't expect that after 5 years, This guy's roasting skills would be so amazing. At this moment, Erbao obediently said, "Mommy, you don't know. Daddy makes roasted meat for me every day. He's already practiced a lot." Xiao stroked Erbao's head. "So you should learn from your daddy, understand? You have to persevere in doing things and not give up halfway." The little one nodded very seriously. "Little old me got it." Hearing his words, Xiao instantly froze. What did this little guy just say? Did I just hallucinate? Little old me? That's right! She remembered that last night, this little cub also seemed to have said, "Little old me." How could a child say such words? Who did he learn it from? Jizan on the side also froze. He also heard those words just now. Oh no! He didn't expect this kid to suddenly betray him. It's fine if he says it normally, but why say it at a time like this? And in front of the little female. What should I do? Xiao turned her head and looked at the awkward Jizan. "Jizan, did you hear what the little guy just said?" Jizan was a little flustered. "Ah, what did he say?" Heilan on the side's lips curved slightly, revealing a smile. Dabao was a little confused. What's wrong with these adults? Is there something wrong with Erdi's words? Just now, little brother said, "Little old me got it, didn't he?" Heilan glared at his cub. "Dabao, don't learn that." "This cub seems to be a fool too," he just blurted it out. Xiao looked at Erbao and asked, "Who did you learn the word old man from? At such a young age, you keep saying old man all day. How can this be allowed? I must make the little one change this." Seeing mommy angry, Erbao immediately felt wronged. "I just heard daddy say old man often, so I unconsciously learned it. Mommy, if you don't like it, I won't say it again. Please don't be angry." Xiao looked at the culprit on the side. "Ah, Zhan, so it was you." Jizan immediately panicked. "Ayao, I was wrong. I won't say it again in the future, and I definitely won't let Erbao say it. Please don't be angry." He was truly worried that the other party had finally returned, and if she left again because of this, he would really cry himself to death. But now, it's too late to say anything. The little guy has already acted like an old man in front of the little female. What should I do? Jizan turned to look at Heilan beside him, wanting the other party to help him say some good words. Heilan also met his pleading gaze. They're all brothers, all family. He definitely has to help. He looked at the angry Xiao. "Ayao, don't be angry. At this age, little cubs naturally like to learn. We'll correct him more in the future and make him change. Today is a rare happy day, and being angry is bad for your health. The little one knows he was wrong and definitely won't say it again." Xiao then let Jizan and Erbao off the hook. "Erbao, you must get rid of this habit, and Jizan, you supervise him. If the cub dares to say those two words again, I'll punish you." Jizan repeatedly promised, "Ayao, don't worry. I will definitely supervise him. I will definitely make him quit. Just don't be angry with me." Heilan's eyes flashed with a smile. Their Ayao is becoming more and more imposing, more and more like a mate with authority. "All right, let's leave this matter at that. You can supervise them later. Today is a happy day, so let's not talk about these things. Come, continue eating, continue drinking." Xiao took out a lot of beer, so much so that she eventually became somewhat unconscious from drinking. Seeing this, Heilan carried the little female back to the cave. Jizan, on the other hand, carried the two cubs to another cave to sleep. When Xiao woke up the next day, she saw an enlarged, handsome face. Those deep blue eyes were like the sea, clear and gentle. What is this guy doing? Looking at me like this first thing in the morning? He's making me a little embarrassed. You were the one who carried me back last night, right? I don't remember much. I just remember that I seemed to have fallen asleep. Xiao rubbed her head. Her alcohol tolerance wasn't very good to begin with. She had drunk about 4 bottles, which was truly her limit. "Isn't that right?" Heilan said with a smile. "I carried you back last night, and you slept like a log." The little female looks so cute when she's asleep, especially when she's drunk. Her little face is flushed, and her lips are red and very tempting. Xiao touched her lips. "Why do my lips feel a little numb? And a bit swollen?" But she didn't pay too much attention to it, thinking it might be a bit swollen from drinking too much alcohol. Heilan, on the other hand, awkwardly rubbed the tip of his nose. He would never admit it. Actually, he thought the little female's lips were too beautiful, so he couldn't resist kissing them a few times yesterday. After getting up, Xiao ate something quickly and immediately found the two little ones. Today, she wanted to spend quality time with her 2 children. The 2 little ones were overjoyed to hear that mommy wanted to play with them. Xiao took out a basketball from the system space, and the 3 of them played, grabbing the ball from each other. After getting tired, they lay on the grass to rest. During this time, Xiao even took out her phone and played a game. Watching the small squares moving on the screen, the 2 little ones found it very magical and eagerly wanted to play with this magical thing. Unconsciously, time came to evening. They had hot pot. It was a bit cool at night, but after eating hot pot, they felt warm all over. Tonight, it was Jizan's turn to rest with the little female. Halen took the 2 little ones and rested in another cave. Everyone seemed to have an unspoken agreement, taking turns day by day in order. Jisan looked at Xiao gently. "Ayao, thank you for coming back. I'm so happy." Looking at his appearance, Xiao felt a little heartbroken. "Silly, if I hadn't come back, would you have waited for me forever with the cub?" This guy seemed to believe that she would definitely come back and would wait for her no matter what. How could he be so good, so understanding? Jizan spoke affectionately. "Even if you don't come back, I will always wait for you. Since I've recognized you, I will trust you unconditionally." He spoke from his heart, not a single empty vow. It was precisely this devotion that made Xiao even more heartbroken. "You're truly a fool. Do you really not resent me at all? I was gone for 5 years. Jizan scratched his head, a little embarrassed. "It's fine. Even if you were gone for 10 or 15 years, I would always wait for you." Actually, 5 years felt pretty fast. And here you are, back already. And how could I possibly be angry? You must have had unavoidable difficulties to leave me, so I'm willing to wait for you. Xiao didn't know what to say anymore. She directly hugged him. This guy is truly a one-track mind. But it touched her deeply. "What a big fool," Jizan chuckled. "Actually, I just fell in love with you, and my heart can't hold anyone else anymore. No matter what, it can only be you. No matter how long it takes, I can only wait for you. Thankfully, you're back." "Yes, I'm back. But after a while, we'll have to leave again. Do you want to come with me?" Xiao looked at him. She didn't know if Jizhan would be willing to leave. After all, he had lived here since he was little, and he was the tribe leader. She couldn't force him to follow her. Hearing her words, Jizhan's face was determined. "I know you'll definitely leave again, but this time, I won't let you leave alone. We'll go together. For me and the cub, being by your side is the best. Even if it means wandering with you, we are willing." "Good. Then it's settled. We'll set off from here in a few days." Xiao was very happy and also very touched. She also wanted to be with her partners, but she didn't want to force anyone. She hoped they would come willingly. With Jizan's answer, Xiao felt relieved. "Sleep, sleep! I want to sleep hugging the big tiger. Quickly turn into a big tiger for me." They say a tiger's butt cannot be touched, but she not only wanted to touch it, she wanted to hug it. Xiao was very pleased in her heart. Okay, I'll turn into a big tiger right away." Jizan instantly transformed into his tiger form. Seeing his beautiful fur, Xiao loved it incredibly. She directly pounced over, hugged the big tiger, and rubbed her face against him. "This is my big tiger. I love him so much." It wasn't until she had rubbed for 30 minutes that Xiao let him go. She couldn't help it. Her cat addiction had been going on for 5 years. "All right, let's sleep. I want to sleep in your arms." Xiao wanted this big cat to hold her. Just thinking about it felt wonderful. Jizhan's eyes were full of indulgence. He stretched out his paws, letting her lie in his arms. Xiao smiled at him. "Good night, Bakamaka." Although the big tiger didn't understand what it meant, he also followed the little female and said, "Good night, Bakamaka." He gently kissed her forehead, then closed his eyes. But Xiao had already fallen asleep. There was no way around it. His embrace was too warm. Jizhan kissed Xiao's forehead again, and his arms couldn't help but hold her tighter. How wonderful to be able to hold the little female like this again. Thank you, Heaven, for giving him another chance. In a blink of an eye, 10 days passed. During this time, everyone was very comfortable. Xiao was the same. Every day consisted of eating, sleeping, and basking in the sun. Her mood was also very good. Only, for some reason, Jijin had been very, very busy lately. She didn't know what that guy was busy with. The good thing was that Halen and the cubs were with her. Otherwise, it would have been too boring. Because Jizin had things to attend to, Halen hadn't gone hunting during this time, and Jisan always brought back prey. Halen, on the other hand, prepared food every day and then took care of the little female and the cubs. Just then, the system's voice rang out. Warning, warning. Not far from the tribe, heading east, a snake cub is facing danger. Please, host, rescue quickly. Hearing this, although Xiao didn't understand what was going on, since the system told her to save him, she definitely had to go. So she immediately ran east. And at this moment, not far from the tiger tribe, a small white snake was struggling continuously. Let go of me! What are you doing? At this time, several half-grown brats looked at the white snake with mischievous smiles. What are we doing? What can we do? We can't provoke big rogue beasts, but a little rogue beast like you? Why wouldn't we be able to provoke? All you rogue beasts deserve to die. They picked up stones and threw them at the small snake. The small snake dodged left and right in fear, but they were numerous, and many stones still hit him. He endured the sharp pain and dodged everywhere, his face full of despair. He was abandoned by his daddy, and now he's gonna die here too? He survived all that hardship, but he's still going to die? He didn't understand why he tried so hard, yet it was so difficult to survive. Lonely, he didn't want to struggle anymore. Perhaps death would reunite him with his daddy and mommy, so he stopped dodging, letting the stones hit him, simply enduring it. He slowly closed his eyes, quietly waiting for his death. Seeing him no longer resist, a small cub asked in confusion, "Big brother, is he already dead?" Look, he's not moving at all, and his eyes are closed. I think he should be dead, or he was knocked unconscious by us. Yes, if that's the case, then let's step back a bit and let the eagle up there grab him and eat him. Then they all retreated in unison. The eagle in the sky also saw this scene. He looked at the little white snake below and had been craving it for a long time. Although it was a cub, he was a rogue snake. Rogue beasts become a scourge when they grow up. Born evil, they are the common enemy of all beastmen. He gradually flew down, directly extending his claws and grabbing at the little white snake. This scene was just seen by Xiao, who had rushed over. At this moment, the system suddenly spoke. Host, haven't you recognized who he is?" Hearing this, Xiao was a little confused. A little snake cub? How would she know him? Host, he's one of your beast husband's cubs. Do you still remember that black snake? This is your cub. Hearing this, Xiao was stunned. What? You mean this is my and that stinky snake's cub? But where did that stinky snake go? Why would my cub become a rogue beast? She didn't hesitate at all and immediately rushed out. Damn it! You dare to bully my people? You're asking for death!